What is peculiar people? Well, it's called peculiar people fearfully and wonderfully made. Well, how do we come up with that? Well, first we have to understand that peculiar people is not a brand. It's a movement. It's a movement about you being inspired and empowered to find out what's that peculiarity that's on the inside. It's a movement to help us understand that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. This word fearfully means that someone took time, that they handcrafted it specifically to create something that's special, to create something that's wonderful for the world. And that's what peculiar people, fearfully, wonderfully made is about. It's about empowering a generation to realize that they are uniquely and wonderfully and fearfully made, and that they don't have to copy anyone else. They don't have to strive to be like someone else, but that they can reach down on the inside and pull this out and be something great. So that's peculiar people, fearfully and wonderfully made. So how did peculiar people start? Well, it was given to me about 5 years ago. It just came as an idea. And it all started where I would wear name brand clothes, and I began to think about the people those name brands represent. Name brand clothes will have their names on there, their logos on there, and I began to think about, do I identify with any of those people? And I began to say no. So I wanted to create something that people can identify with, that it's more about them than it is about the designer. Again, peculiar people is not about me. It's a movement. So this movement can be anything you want it to be. It could be anything of how it expresses your identity, how it expresses your peculiarity. So that's why it's called peculiar people, fearfully and wonderfully made, so that people who understand they're fearfully and wonderfully made can wear this and it be an expression of them and not an expression of the designer. So again, the movement is about you. It's about us. It's about us and our individuality, our peculiarity, and us expressing that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. So what's the goal of peculiar people? What are we doing this for? Well, peculiar people, our goal is to create an environment where people are comfortable being themselves. Now, that's a very tricky situation there, being yourself, because we see a lot of people saying they're being themselves, but all they're really doing is being different. I can walk into this room right now with a pink outfit on, a blonde wig, and say I'm different or I am somebody. But that's not the case. Your peculiarity is given by God. Your peculiarity is what's on the inside. And so we want to create a system, or we want to create an environment where you can find out who you are on the inside and begin to live that out on the outside. So peculiar people, our goal is to never be different. You can say peculiar people never settling for being different because we're too busy living from the inside out. We're too busy living for our peculiarity. So that's the goal. That's the goal, is to give people life. And life stands for living inspired, filled with empowerment. And that's when you're able to live from the inside out and to be everything that God called you to be. This world needs more people to live out through their peculiarity, to be fearfully and wonderfully made, so that we can all be great. There's greatness inside of everybody. So that's the goal. That's the mission. That's the vision, is to help people, to create an environment where people feel comfortable being who they are called to be, living from the inside out. So the question is, how can you support the movement? Well, first of all, it's about you being the movement. It's about you realizing your peculiarity, and it's about you realizing that you are fearfully and wonderfully made and living that out. That's the biggest thing that you can do to support this movement, is about being the movement. Second, you can support the movement by purchasing some peculiar product, whether it be a shirt, whether it be a hoodie, whether it be a bracelet, because what we're doing with the funds, we're taking some of the funds and we're donating it to organizations that are helping the youth, that are helping people to do all they can be. But then also some of the funds is going to creating a program called the Life Program. And again, you already heard about Life. It's about living inspired, filled with empowerment, where we're going to take young people and we're going to take them from third grade and take them all the way through high school. And we're going to develop them and train them so they can be something more in this world, so that we can help our youth who are dying in these streets every day, but that we can give them life and we can give them a future and we can serve our generation. So again, that's how you can support the movement, is one, by being the movement. Again, that's the most important thing you can do, is be the movement, be the embodiment of the movement. And then second, purchase some product, and you will know that the money is not going towards me, but the money will go towards empowering a generation to be something more, to be something peculiar, and to be fearfully and wonderfully made.